Hello, ladies, and welcome to my podcast and also my YouTube channel. Hello, y'all out there. Hopefully the mic isn't really covering my face too much, but hey, I'm here, I'm blessed, I'm living, I'm healthy, and I'm also practicing shelter in place right now, as most of I think the country and possibly even the world is kind of practicing right now. Personally, y'all, I stay away from the news a lot because, especially during times like this, I will check in or I'll kind of get my information from my husband because it's too much on my mental to sit here and watch the news all day, every day, checking in on social media, hearing people's thoughts and opinions, whether it's true or not. Like, I just can't take that at this moment, and I'm not gonna put myself through that. I'm protecting my energy. Protect your energy and your peace, ladies. So, do what you have to do. But we're definitely like, I have another person sitting here. It's just me. I will definitely get more into that topic a little bit later. But for those of you who are new, welcome to my channel and also to my podcast. And I will get better at this because I normally do a podcast with my husband, and shameless plug on that. It's called Damn We're Grown. Oh gosh, what? Oh gosh. Okay, yes. So as you see, I'm all over the place right now, but so yes, I will do a shameless plug and shouting out my husband and I, our podcast called Damn We Grown, and that's a DAM, We Grown. So I normally do the podcast with him, and I normally have him sitting next to me so we can bounce off each other back and forth. However, I am talking on my own right now, so I do feel like this can be a little bit better for me in terms of doing my actual videos, because I think sometimes when I do videos, I want to give you guys the information, but at the same time, I don't want to go on and on and on and on and on and on. Ooh, on and on and on and on. Yes, because I will go on and on and on, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is a video. People want to just get to the point when they're watching the video, especially if it's like visual and stuff. But with the podcast, I can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk to my heart's content as long as you guys are listening. So I don't even know what I was talking about before this, but I think I was just welcoming you guys and letting you know that, welcome if you're new. That's what it was. Welcome if you're new. Welcome to, like I said, my little corner of the YouTube sphere / podcast sector out there. And if you guys have been following me on YouTube and also on Instagram, welcome back. I hope you guys will enjoy this. So yeah, what should I say next? I am definitely going to get my format down, and I should kind of know this somewhat because, like I said, I do the podcast with my husband. But you guys can find me on Instagram at TEATODD, the number 2. That is TTOD2, TEATODD, the number 2. And if you ladies are here because you are trying to work on becoming fabulous, you've lost yourself and you want to get back to finding yourself or becoming even better, definitely follow me on my other page, which is Becoming Fabulous with T. Todd. And once again, that is Becoming Fabulous with WITHTEATODD. So I hope you guys will follow me there. Also leave me a comment and let me know, that you're coming over from either YouTube or from my podcast. So with all that, see that's what I'm talking about. I'm over here trying to, clap my hands and I'm hitting the chords and calm down, Tiffany, calm down. Oh, and then for those of you who don't know, my name is Tiffany. Oh my gosh. See, this is This is a hot mess right now, but like I said, I'll get through it. So today what I want to talk about, ladies, is, you know, I want to talk about what we should be working on right now while we're at home. Like I said earlier, I know a lot of us probably are practicing the shelter in place and the social distancing. They're not calling it quarantine because I guess, you know, quarantine is you have to be, well, I don't know. I should probably look up what is quarantine. Let's look this up real quick. So I am not putting out wrong information. Let's see, quarantine. Let's look this up. So according to dictionary, I guess dictionary.com, quarantine, a state, period, or place of isolation in which people or animals that have arrived from somewhere else or been exposed to infectious or contagious diseases are placed. And then that's the noun. The verb is impose isolation on a person, animal, or place, put in quarantine. So, I mean, tomato, tomato, like, yes, we are kind of in quarantine, but I guess when we think of quarantine, a lot of times, at least for me, I think of the movies where they literally put you like in a place, a location that's not your home. So I guess shelter in place, you know, it is much better because you're at home. You're in the comfort of your home. But for all my ladies out there who are trying to work on becoming better, who are working on themselves because, you know, you lost yourself and you're just trying to get back to finding out who you are, who you want to become. I wanted to just kind of go through some of these different things that you can do while you're at home, because I feel like, you know, before all this had taken place, we were working on ourselves and, you know, we're not thinking about having to be locked in the house or anything like that. But we can still continue on with our journey while we're at home. So let's get started with that. So if you guys follow me on my Instagram, Becoming Fabulous with Todd, you might have seen I believe I posted about 9 or 10 different images about how to work on yourself while you're at home. And so I'm just going to kind of go through them and get a little bit deeper into each of them. I think in total I had about 17. Yeah, I think I had about 17 different things that you ladies can be doing at this moment. So of course, you know, one of the easiest, and I guess I can't say it's easiest. It just depends on the woman, but to me, it's one of the most fun things to do is shopping your closet. Now, you know, you're at home. You ain't going nowhere. Now is the time to definitely start working on your wardrobe. So one of the things you can do to do this is, of course, to shop your closet. But if your closet is unorganized, it's messy, you have a lot of old clothes in there that you don't want to wear anymore, then of course we need to first work on decluttering and reorganizing your closet. So we have time. So maybe kind of think about your closet, depending on how big it is. Maybe try to split it up over the course of a couple of days, so that way you're not overwhelmed, especially if you have a lot of clothes. If you have a fairly small closet, you can probably do this within like half a day to a full day. But if you have a lot of clothes because you're a fashionista, you just love clothes, you love shopping, give yourself grace and give yourself a couple of days to actually work on this. So my first tip would be to declutter your closet. And I know this is kind of like a weird time right now because a lot of places are closed, but there's a lot of places that are still open. I know my local thrift stores in this area, they are closed at this moment. So you might have something near you where you can like donate your unwanted items to, I think they're called like clothes bins, and they kind of have them like in grocery store parking lots or gas station parking lots, but in the gas station somewhere where, you know, in that area, I've seen them there. However, in my location, they've taken them away, and I don't know why, but in neighboring cities, they still have them in certain locations. So definitely just go through your items, see what you want, see what fits, see what you ladies, you pretty much know how to declutter your clothes, like to really purge and find out what it is that you want to keep and what you want to toss. Another alternative to donating is you can definitely sell. You can sell it on OfferUp. You could sell on Craigslist, eBay, Poshmark. I do have a Poshmark closet if you ladies are interested in checking that out. It's called Glamazon82. That's Glam. You think I would know how to spell it? Glamazon, the number 82. And then that way also you could check, if you're not familiar with Poshmark, you could check out my closet too and kind of see the way how I take my photos and I give my descriptions and, you know, things like that. And I have made a couple sales recently. I haven't been putting in as much time and effort as I need to into my Poshmark closet, but I have been making sales still. So that's another, you know, another way that you can get rid of your stuff. But if you're really looking to just kind of declutter right away, I would say donate items or give them to people that you know can actually use it at that moment in time. Maybe like a shelter. What's the other place I'm thinking of? The place, well, I guess it's still considered a shelter where like women go with their children, abused women. You know, just any type of shelter in your area you might be able to donate clothes to. But definitely call first, because I don't, you know, we don't know what's going on in the world right now. I don't know half the things that are open, half the things that are closed. I drive by some places and I'm like, oh yeah, they're closed. And it's like, no, they're open. And it's like, are you guys supposed to be open? I thought you're not essential, so shouldn't you be closed? Anyways, that's beside the point. So definitely use this time to declutter. Another thing you could do with your clothing is, of course, organize. I love to organize. I cannot wait until I get my closet the way I want it to be. See, for those of you who don't know, like my husband and I, we live in a condo. Like we have our condo, and of course there's not enough closet space. And plus I have my business. So, you know, I sell my vintage clothes, I sell pre-loved clothes, and it's just not enough closet space. So when it comes to my actual clothes now, I have bought like a little IKEA, an IKEA closet to put my everyday clothes in, but then I still rotate out like seasonal clothes. So I love to organize. Ladies, check out Pinterest, check out YouTube. There's so many different like great organization videos out there, or like tour my closet, look through my closet type of videos, so you can get inspiration. And once again, I know we're kind of in self-confinement right now, so you're not going out to the store shopping and looking around, but you can look online and just utilize what it is that you have at this moment. So then my next step to that is I know I'm a little anal sometimes when it comes to my clothes. I don't know, I just like doing stuff like this. But I have a steamer, and once you decluttered and you got your closet all organized the way you want, go through and make sure you have every zipper zipped up, you have every button buttoned down, every lace tied up, and run your steamer through your clothes. Run it through so it has like a nice like pressed look. Well, not pressed, because you know, I guess if you have like those pants that have like the crease in it, you need to like iron those, but you know what I mean. Like there's something different about washing your clothes and then just hanging it up versus you have your clothes freshly steamed hanging up in your closet. So now when you take it out, it's like, it's almost like a brand new feeling, like, like I got a new dress or something, you know. And also take this time too to mend any holes, to try to tailor any hems. Maybe you have some pant legs that are a little bit, you know, some hems that are a little too long. you know, take the opportunity, or take this opportunity of having free time to do those type of things. So yeah. Whew. Y'all, I feel like I'm just talking, which I love. I really do. I like doing this, but I'm like, am I talking too much? I feel like I'm talking way too much. But anyways, let's push on. So my last tip for working on your closet and your clothes, that is to put outfit looks together. So, you know, you got the space cleared, everything's organized, your clothes is all maybe you should do this before you steam your clothes, because you don't want to like have everything all steamed and pressed and looking nice and ironed, and then you're trying on clothes and it's going to get wrinkles. So I would put this step before, so my bad. But try on different outfits, do different outfit combinations. Like, go on, like, I just love Pinterest. I think Pinterest, for a visual person, Pinterest is the best. And I hope I'm saying that right. I always feel like I'm saying Pinterest wrong. Like no, Tiffany, your country self is saying it's slightly off, but hey, yeah. So definitely check that out. And, you know, because you might have like a white shirt. I'm just going to use a white shirt. Perfect example. I think everyone kind of has like either a white t-shirt or a white button-down shirt. So find different ways to wear it. You know, you might just be a white t-shirt and jeans type of girl, but then when you go on Pinterest and you type in white t-shirt fashion, you know, or style, you'll see how other women are wearing it, and it might spark some type of interest for you to want to style that piece a little bit differently with the items that you already have. And then on top of that, because ladies, we have time, right? Take a picture of yourself. Take a picture, and when I say like take a picture of yourself, like have your accessories on. Don't just have the t-shirt and the jeans and like some shoes. No, like really style it up, because when you're in a pinch and you're like, gosh, I have nothing to wear. What I would love, like, I want to do this for myself, and I've been slacking, but what I would love to do is like create an actual visual book for myself. And you can just keep it on your phone, but I personally want to have like a book that I make from like Shutterfly or any other, like, you know, place that does photography and books and stuff like that. But you can create like your own style book, you know what I mean? And if you want to take it one step even further, like take pictures of all your accessories and all the handbags and maybe your shoes, and put them in like the 1-to-1 ratio square frame. So that way you can see everything that you have, and you can be like, oh, this will work well with this outfit. Because sometimes we have so much stuff, or maybe we don't have enough space to display our items. And, you know, it's like, oh, I have all these beautiful necklaces, but they're kind of tucked away in my jewelry box, you know. And so you can just pull out your little book and you see all your jewelry pieces right there, and you're like, oh yes, I remember that. This will be perfect with this outfit. But I think it would just be so great if we can just all take pictures of our complete outfit, with the shoes down to the accessories and the handbag, and maybe even how you wear your hair, because sometimes the way how you wear your hair will definitely elevate an outfit, elevate a look, like completely. Like, do you have a sleek bun, a ponytail? Are you rocking like the big wavy hair today, you know? So, oh gosh, I love that. I need to do that. I keep telling myself, I've been telling myself to do this for like ever since Clueless came out, and I've seen Cher's closet, and I've just been like, I need to put together a book. I don't even think photo books were like a thing back then, but I just remember saying like, I want to take a picture of myself, of every single outfit that I wear, especially those that I like, so that way I can go back to it. And I just never did. When did Clueless come out? Oh gosh, I think I'm showing my age right now, so we're gonna move on. I think I spent like, what, 15 minutes talking about clothes. Sorry ladies, but hey. So another thing we can definitely do during this time is work on our own personal routines. Now, this can be your morning routine, your nighttime routine. This can be your workout routine, your skincare routine, your hair routine. But let's work on those routines. I know for me personally, I've really been struggling with working on a nighttime routine that have to do with my home. So throughout the day, I try to keep up my kitchen. I'm just gonna put it out there. The dishes is an issue in my home. I don't know why. I do not know why. We don't own that many dishes, but yet I feel like every single dish that we have is in the sink by the end of the day. So I've really been trying to maintain at when I eat something, I'm going to go wash the dish and put it in my dishwasher. So by the end of the night, all the dishes are in the dishwasher, are clean. And then either, I'm still struggling with this, like, do I empty out the dishwasher at the end of the night, or do I just wait until the morning and empty it out? So I'm going back and forth. I'm trying to figure that out on what works best for me, but I've really been working on a nighttime routine when it comes to that. I try to go through my home and pick up all the stuff that my daughter has left, you know, random toys or clothes, my husband as well. And just, you know, try to have everything in its place, because for me personally, I have realized when I wake up in the morning, if I have my home in order in the morning, I feel like I can accomplish more during the day, if that makes sense. Because then I'm not like playing catch up in the morning. So for those of you who don't know, I am a stay-at-home / work-at-home mom. So I'm home all the time. And since I am a visual person, I like for my space to at least be somewhat cleared. Like I said, I know we're in a tiny place right now. It's not super tiny. I'm not gonna, you know, like bash ourselves for that. But because we have a daughter and she's a girly girl, she has all kind of toys. I guess it really doesn't matter if she's a girly girl or not, but I call her my girly tomboy, which is beside the point. Y'all didn't need to know that, but I just want to put it out there. But she has toys everywhere. I have little doll houses. I counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm counting 5 little doll houses, 2 cars, a baby crib, a baby stroller, a baby car seat carrier, a big box of Barbie dolls. Like, I don't even know what that's called. Like, there's a lot of stuff in my house, and there's really nowhere to put it. And if I kind of got rid of all her toys, yes, my house would be aesthetically pleasing. It would look very nice. I've even got my inventory under control. But my point is like, I need my space to be visually pleasing. And I know I can't control a lot of this stuff. I mean, I can control, but I know I don't want to get rid of my daughter's toys. So I try to make it look aesthetically pleasing as much as possible, with still having that this is our home. This is a real family's home. Like, it's not just my husband and I, and we both go to work for 12 hours a day and come home type of feel. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I got chalk. Oh my gosh, I got chalk on the floor. And anyways, so work on your routines, ladies. Maybe you need a skincare routine. Maybe you realize I've been slacking on my skincare, and am I still going? I am still going, just making sure. But I'm slacking on my skincare, and I need to step that up. You know, for some ladies, it's just wash their face and put a moisturizer on. For other ladies, they might have a 10-step procedure, or maybe for you, you may have just that 2-step procedure, but you're like, I'm getting a little older and I want to try some retinol, or I want to apply an eye cream or something, you know. So let's get that stuff in place and just try to figure out what works for you, because you may realize I don't like emptying out my dishwasher first thing in the morning. I want to start fresh in the morning. I might as well just do it at night. You know, so you kind of have to just sit down and, well, not even sit down, you just have to physically get up and do it and try it and see what works and see what makes you feel good and see what, you know, just makes you feel terrible. Or maybe it's too stressful. Like, that's another thing we have to think about. Maybe it's just a little too stressful to have that routine in place during that time because it's not working for you, it's not working for your husband or your children. And a great example of that is working out. Throughout my life, since my 20s, I've really been like back and forth between my workout times. And what I mean by that is, when I was in my early 20s, when I was at college, I used to work out at night. I was an evening gym goer, however you want to say it, but I would go to the gym at like 7 o'clock at night, be there from like 7:30 or so until like 9:30, getting it in. I can't do that now at this age. I mean, I have a family. It just doesn't work for me. And I mean, I know there's people who have families who, you know, go to the gym at night, but for me personally, it just doesn't work. So I had to, you know, I had to rework my schedule. And especially now that my daughter is home from school and possibly she's going to be here till the beginning of the school year. I'm not sure if a lot of schools are going back at this point in time, but for the school year, that is. But now I need to revise my workout routine again because she's home majority of the time. Well, she's home all the time. So before, when she was in school, I would work out as soon as I would drop her off at school. I would pretty much go head to the gym or go hiking. So that was probably anywhere from like 8:30 to 9:30. I would start my workout routine and then work out for about an hour and a half. Now that she's home, I have to incorporate her into my workouts. And we're going to see it. Well, okay, so let me back up. So we're going to see how this plays out because my gym is closed. I think are all gyms closed at this point because, yeah. So my gym personally is closed. So I can't go to the gym, for one. But when everything starts to reopen up again, but my daughter is going to be here at home, then I need to revise that routine. You know, I might have to go to the gym like more in the afternoon or late morning, early afternoon. That might be the most ideal time for my family, for me and my family. So, ladies, let's work on that. Okay. So I am talking. I don't think I've ever talked this much in my life all at one time. Like, I'm starting to feel like my tongue is hurting because I'm talking so much. It's crazy. So the next one I want to discuss, ladies, and this one, take it for what it is. If you do have kids around in the room, please remove them, because I will be getting into a little bit more of a deeper topic right now. So I will give you time. I can't give you a time on how to fast forward, you know, what time to fast forward to if you can't move your kids out of the room. But hopefully I gave you enough time though to get them out and, you know, or pause this or whatever for a moment. So the next thing we can work on during this time of, you know, shelter in place is discover your body. So one of the ways that I think us as women, we can do that is just by dancing. You can dance with your clothes on. You can dance in the nude. You can dance in sexy clothes. You can dance in lingerie. But I think by us just moving our body the way that feels comfortable, the way that feels sensual and sexy to you as an individual woman, will definitely get us a little bit more in tune with our body. So there is a Instagram person that I recently start following. I found her, I don't know how I found her, like she popped up or something, and I just started looking at some of her videos. Oh, I know how I found her. So you know how like you follow certain hashtags. So her video popped up under that hashtag, and she was just dancing. She was moving. But for me, it sparked that creativity, that joy, and that memory of how I used to just like move my body when I was in college. When I was in college, I had my own apartment. Absolutely loved it. I lived on my own, I think for 3 years. I think 3 years I had my own apartment. And I remember just dancing around in my apartment and seeing her just be so free with herself, with her body, the way how she moved. And she wasn't twerking, she wasn't popping it, whatever new dance craze is out or whatever, she wasn't doing that. She was just moving her body to however it wanted to move to the music. Now, this may not be your thing. You may want to twerk, and there's nothing wrong with that, because trust me, I like to pop it a little bit too. I'm not that good at it anymore because, this woman over here, I'm in my 30s, but I don't go clubbing like that. So I feel like I'm a little out of touch with that, but hey. So I just think, try to just move your body. Find some music that you like. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be all sexy and sensual. It could be whatever music you really just want to move your body to. You may want to headbang. Is that what it's called? Headbang, like to grunge music. You might want to do expressionism, kind of like Solange. And this is what this lady reminds me of. I feel like she might have been in a Solange video, or like Beyonce's Lemonade video or something, because she just has like that like fluid movement. But whatever just kind of sparks your interest, I say do it. Especially if you're home by yourself, let loose, and then you'll kind of start to feel like, I don't know, I can't explain it. If you haven't done it, just please do it. If you have done it, you know what I'm talking about. I know me personally, I haven't done this in years. I mean, honestly, I probably haven't danced like that in probably like 10 years. Probably even longer than that, honestly. And it does sadden me, because it's like that was a part of me that I really did enjoy. That was just for me. Like, of course, I probably wouldn't do this like going out to a club or being at a party with our friends or anything like that. But just being at home and being able to move my body the way how I want to move it, it's freeing. So the next thing on my list is, I gotta go back to my list. When it comes to discovering your body, which I kind of stated a little bit before, is be naked. Walk around your house butt naked. Don't be shy. If it's just you and your husband, or you and your significant other, you don't have kids in the house, walk around naked. Just do at least once. Just try. If you're not used to it, just start small then. Maybe wear a dress with no bra and no panties on, which I think we as women, we probably do that anyway in the comfort of our own home. But maybe just start off that way, because once you start really getting in tune with your body, you start realizing, I don't even know how to explain it. I probably shouldn't even be talking about this right now, because I can't really put it into words at this moment. But just be naked. Being naked, when you walk by the mirror, you can see yourself, and you need to start embracing who you are. I know for me, as a mom, I am one of those women who did not get the snapback body. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't snap it back real quick. I'm still working on my snapback, and my daughter is 6, going on 7 this year. So, but it did take me a while to just get comfortable with my body. I think for me, because I would cover it up. I would cover up all the time. But when it was just me and my husband, oh yeah, we would walk around the house naked all the time. Like, no big deal. You know what I mean? However, when I was pregnant with her, it was a beautiful thing. Like, you know, you have this belly and your breasts are bigger. I've always had big boobs anyway, but they were much bigger. And after giving birth to her, I remember for a couple of years, I didn't even really want to be like naked in front of my husband because I had the belly. Like, I have the mom stomach, or whatever you want to call it. The fufa, the pouch, oh my gosh, my daughter. She's like, Mommy, so when's my baby brother coming out? Because I know he's in there. Like, girl, if you do not get away from me at this moment. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm just trying to make sure I am not running out of time here. It's my first time using this equipment, and I see like 45, and I'm like, does that mean I only have 45 minutes to talk? And I'm at minute 41 right now, so we'll see. Hopefully this doesn't cut off on me or anything. But oh gosh, where did I leave off? Yeah, so my daughter thinks I have a baby in my belly sometimes because I still have a stomach. I still have my stomach. But my point is, it's taken me a while to finally get used to like just embracing my body for what it is. Do I think that my stomach will ever go back to what it used to be? Probably not. Do I think I can lose weight so I can look better? Yes. But I came to this point in my life where I was just like, you know what? I need to just love me for who I am at this moment. I had a couple of health issues. Well, I don't even know if it's really considered a health issue. Well, yes, it is. I had a hernia, an umbilical hernia, and my doctor thinks I got that because of my delivery with my daughter. And, you know, when you go through like different things, when your body changes, I think you really do embrace. I want to say you really embrace, but I think you realize you need to enjoy what you have, because when one thing is taken away from you, you're like, wow, I really missed that, or I should have enjoyed that. How many ladies, like, how many times have you went back and you looked at your high school photos, or you looked at your college photos and you were in your swimsuit? You were in some cutoff shorts and a crop top. And you remember to when you used to think, oh my gosh, like, do I look fat in this? Oh my gosh, like, I need to still lose weight. Oh, I shouldn't be wearing this. Or, you know, like, I remember seeing a photo of myself, I think I was 17 or 18. And I mean, I know, you know, teenage bodies is completely different. But when you're in that moment as a teenager, as a young person, you're not confident in yourself. And not to say that all young people are not confident, because there are people who are. But I just remember thinking, oh my gosh, I need to lose some of this fat on my stomach. And I look at that photo now and I'm like, I was as skinny as, what do they call it? Like a beanpole or whatever. Like, how I wish I had that body. I don't want to say I wish I had that body, but how I wish I would have enjoyed my body at that time. So walk around naked, get comfortable with yourself. Get comfortable with your, you know, your little roll here and there, or, you know, maybe you have a little booty. Little booties matter too. Big booties matter. All bodies matter. You know, big boobies, little boobies. It, like, just embrace it. You know what I mean? Just embrace it, because most likely if you're with someone, they're loving it. And that's one thing I had to really take in consideration is my husband loves me for who I am. Like, he loved me when I was skinny. He loves me at my biggest, you know? So if he can love me, I think I can love myself. So then the last thing I want to talk about, which is a little bit, a little bit more controversial. I wouldn't say controversial, but a little bit more intimate is what I'm trying to say. So definitely get the kids out for this one. When it comes to discovering your body or rediscovering your body, if you lost touch with it, is literally touch it. We are grown women in here, so we're not going to be like, oh my gosh, like, did she really say that? Like, no, we're grown women. We are grown women. Most of us probably have kids. If you're listening to this, you probably have a child. But maybe you don't, but we're grown women. We're not 16-year-old girls what do they call it? Kikiing and laughing over the situation. But I definitely say, ladies, like, if you haven't pleased yourself, pleasured yourself, do so. You gotta know what turns you on. And the only way you can discover that is by feeling on yourself, I guess, or like knowing what you like. So, I'm trying to think on how to like really talk about this. So, but because this is like my first time really talking about this, so just like to the camera first and foremost, and let alone to whoever is listening or watching this. But we are sexual beings, and there's nothing wrong with pleasuring yourself, because you may realize you like it a little bit more rough, you may like it a little bit more soft, but how do you know that if you don't know how you like it personally with your body, with your own touch, with your own feels, you know? There's so many different things. Like, I am not an expert, so I'm not even going to like really give you like, you should do this, or you can try that, you can try this. Like, this isn't going to be a whole 15-minute spiel like I did with the closet and the fashion and the clothes. But definitely, you know, do some research. Go to YouTube, go to Google. I think there's even like, if you really feel like trapped and you really feel like you can't express your sexuality the way you want to, you may even want to just go to a therapist. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You can probably find a therapist who specializes in, I believe it's called sex therapy. I'm not 100% sure, but you have to be able to express yourself. So one of the things that I personally like to do is think about women who just, not who scream sex, but who scream sensuality. I probably should have had the names of some of these women up, but oh gosh, what's her name? Lorena. Oh gosh, now I can't think of the lady's name. But if you go to like a lot of the movies from back in the 60s and 70s, those type of actresses, at least for me, this is just for me. I'm not saying this is what you need to like look at or, you know, kind of base your opinions and stuff on. But when I think of these particular actresses, oh, good example, the lady from Modern Family. I can't even think of her name right now. Sophia something. She has, to me, she doesn't have sex appeal. She does have sex appeal, but she comes off more sensual and like just, oh my gosh, I don't know why I want to think of the word juicy, but it's just something about her that screams more of a sensual like woman versus a, oh gosh, who can I think of right now? I'm trying to think of okay, first person that comes to mind, and I don't know why, is like Pamela Anderson. You know, like Pamela Anderson just screams like sex, if that makes sense. Like raw, hardcore, like not sensual, like sex, if that makes sense. So I think of like women like that to hone in more on my like sensuality, not so much as like the hard rock or like sex. So that makes sense. Like I said, this is definitely different for me, but no, but I really want to suggest get in tune with ourselves. And honestly, I feel like once I became a mom, I really did lose that sensual side, and I'm still fighting. I'm still struggling with that right now, honestly. Like, you know, being sexy and being sensual are, you know, to me, they're two different things. So I know I probably need to immerse myself a little bit more in that energy and like maybe watch more movies. I definitely, if you guys checked out my other video on creating a music playlist, that was one of the things I did, is I had created a feminine energy playlist where a lot of the music is very sensual and just like, I don't know how to explain it. Like on camera, y'all see me like moving, but you know, yeah. I'm going to have to come back to this topic, and yeah, we're going to have to explore this one a little bit more in depth. So yeah, we're going to come back to that. You know what, ladies, I have not made it through this list whatsoever, but journaling, another thing we can work on during this time is to journal. Now, when you journal, there's so many different things you can do. You can write out everything you're grateful for. You can do like a daily gratitude journal. Just, you know, being thankful that you're healthy, your family is still here. You know, you may be one of the people who still have their jobs, or you may, you know, there's so much you can be thankful for. I try to make sure I tell God, I am a Christian, but I try to tell God every day that I'm thankful for being able just to wake up in the morning, which I think a lot of us do. I'm thankful that I get to see the sunshine and the mountains, and like, I love the rain. I love the rain. So when it rains, I'm thankful that he's pouring the rain onto the earth, because I'm in SoCal and we don't really get that much rain out here. So our mountains are finally green again. I'm thankful for that. You know what I mean? I'm thankful that I get to see my daughter and I get to see the smile on her face. And so I try to think of all the things I'm thankful for throughout the day. But I think if you can create an actual journal, this will be great for those moments when you are feeling down. Because there has been many times when I have felt down and I'm just like, I can't get through the day. But when I reread some of the stuff that I have written down, it's like, yes, like I'm sitting here complaining because I've been wanting to move out. Oh my gosh, my friends know how long I've been trying to move. I have been wanting to move for years, but my point is, instead of getting in that sunken place of like, woe is me, we're still living in this place and we haven't moved up, and it's like, no, I'm thankful for the fact that I have a home. I have a roof over my head. It's raining outside. I am comfortable. I don't feel the elements outside. If I'm cold, I go turn on the heat. I can go grab a blanket and lay on my couch and I get to watch my Netflix. You know what I mean? So it's like I try to make sure I'm practicing gratitude daily. But when those moments hit, I have my journal I can go back to, and I can, revisit that, and that will uplift me. You can also write down affirmations. One of the great things I love about Instagram is you can do hashtag quotes. You can put in hashtag daily quotes or scripture, anything like that, and all that stuff will pop up. There's a lot of good quotes that I have found, or I don't want to say quotes, but affirmations I have found on Instagram, just on the internet in general. And I try to save them. I'll either save them to my own personal file, or I will create like a pretty picture and then put the words on top of it, and some type of app, and then just keep that. So then I have that to kind of go through. You can also, once again, write this in your journal, so you kind of have all that stuff in one place. Another thing you can do while journaling is to just write down all your positive traits. So what are some of the good things about yourself that people, they talk about all the time? They tell you about, like, oh my gosh, Kiki, you are such a good people person. Like, you know how to bring out the good in anybody. Like, they just open up to you. You know what I mean? But when we're in that moment where we're feeling very down and out, it's like we're not thinking about that. When you have that moment where you're just like, gosh, like, I'm a failure, I slipped up, I didn't follow through. Okay, go pull out your journal, go pull out your book of, positive traits about yourself, and read all the good things that people say about you. Read all the good things that you wrote about yourself that is good. I'm a good listener. I'm a great friend. Any person would be, I don't want to say any person would be lucky to have me. That kind of sounds slightly, was like narcissistic, but you know what I mean? Like, if you're a good quality friend, like, I know, me personally, I know I'm a good quality friend. When I have a friend and I call you my friend and we're vibing, I'm going to go in for you. Do you understand? I'm not just going to say, oh yeah, she's my friend, she's my friend, she's my friend, she's my friend, and then like never like interact with them or do anything for them. So you need to write that down. You need to write down, I'm a good wife. Why am I a good wife? Because I uplift my husband. I encourage him. I do this, I do that. I'm a great mother. Why am I a great mother? Because I make sure my child not only just does her homework, but that she understands. I spend actual quality time with my child. I do this, I do that. You know what I mean? So you need to list all those positive things about yourself. And even if you can just kind of write a couple of them on a post-it note and stick it on your bathroom mirror, stick it on your dashboard in your car, put it in your planner. So as soon as you open up your planner every day, you see that. Because sometimes when we're on this journey, especially for women who have lost themselves, we do slip back. It's like you're sitting here and you're walking and you're taking like 10 steps and you're like, I'm good, I'm doing this. And the next thing you know, you fall like 3 steps back. And it's like, dang, why did I make that same mistake again? And you want to get down on yourself, but you can't. You can't get down on yourself. You have to lift yourself back up. And only you can do that. I mean, yes, you can get your spouse involved or your friends or your family, and they can only lift you so high, but it's up to you to get yourself up there and stay there. You know what I mean? So that's that. Next on the list on, one of the many things that you can do while you're stuck in the house at this moment is practice your makeup skills. So once again, YouTube. I love YouTube. However, I have noticed a lot of videos. Well, there are a lot of videos now that everyone is practicing social distancing and shelter in place. But I would say for about a good 6 months to 12 months, a lot of content has fallen off. But I still love it. Because I can literally search anything on YouTube and it will pretty much pop up. But however, I really haven't seen, but I haven't searched in the past like year or so. But I really haven't seen what I'm talking about, like finding yourself, becoming better. I have seen a lot of like, oh, let's level up. Let's like level up challenges and stuff for women. And it feels like it's a lot for women who are 1, single, and 2, like young women. So that's part of the reason why I've been really wanting to like bring you guys this content on becoming fabulous. Because as women in general, I just feel like, okay, I'm not trying to, I guess you can say I'm trying to level up, but I personally don't like that term. As a woman who have lost themselves due to being a wife and a mother and putting everybody else first, I didn't see a lot of content out there with women who were in my position, who were trying to get back to being themselves and being even better than themselves, you know what I mean, than what they were once before. Because let's be real, especially as mothers, we're not going to be the same women that we were before we had our children. You understand? So, and we can't be, because then that means we have not grown as women, right? Because now you have a responsibility, or even responsibilities on your hands now. You know, you can't just be me. I want to do this, I want to do that. Like, you still have to, you know, work around with your kids' schedules and stuff. So, okay, so I kind of went sidetracked with that. So I'm sorry about that, ladies. But yeah, so we definitely want to practice our makeup skills during this time, because I know mine can definitely improve. My makeup skills have improved slightly, but that's because I don't really go in with my makeup like I did when I was in my 20s. I feel like when I was in my 20s and even my early 30s, I used to do like the full face, beat face, okay, with the with the foundation, the primer, the baking, the eyeshadow, like all that stuff. Like, I would do that every single day. And of course I was going to work, so it was different. And I think once I became a stay-at-home mom, it was kind of like, I don't need to do that anymore. I don't want to waste money on makeup. However, I wish I would have still kept at it, but just not so heavily, because I feel like my makeup skills would be even better right now than what they are right now, if that makes sense. So yeah, just definitely practice. Find different makeup looks that you like, that you're interested in. If you're struggling with like eyelashes, now is the time to practice. If you can't get to the beauty supply store, I don't even know if they're open. I feel like they're not. I haven't been to my normal one because it's like 3 cities away. But if you can't get to like the store and buy them there, I'm not sure if like a Walgreens or CVS is still open. Maybe you can buy some there, or maybe you could just get them shipped to you through Amazon. But practice, ladies. Now is the time. I have a friend who always asks me, Tiffany, you need to do a video on how to apply lashes. I'm like, girl, I am not the person. I am not the person, because honestly, the only way how I learned how to really apply my lashes was just by practicing. I've watched the videos. I watched so many different videos. Now they have like magnetic lashes, which I don't know how I really feel about those. I haven't tried them, but I'm just kind of like, But when I first started learning how to apply my own eyelashes, it taken me 45 minutes. It was between like 45 and 50 minutes or something like that to apply 2 eyelashes to my eyes. Now, I really wanted to like up my eyelash game, and I don't know what year this was. I feel like this was like back in 2011 to 2013, somewhere around there. But I just kept practicing, and every single day, I won't say every single day, but like, let's just say like 2 or 3 times a week, I would sit there and put fake eyelashes on. And I did notice the time did dwindle down, and the next thing I know, it taken me about probably like 10 minutes to apply my eyelashes on average. But then I just kept practicing, and next thing you know, like now I can literally apply my eyelashes without nails, because that's a different situation. I could apply my eyelashes now in like a minute. You know, I put my glue on. I know how to like, okay, I put the eyelash glue on that eyelash, set it down, let me clean up this eyelash. Now I put the eyelash glue on this eyelash, set it down. I'll pick that one up. I put it on. I know how to like where I need to place my tweezers, where this eye, you know, this finger needs to be for this eyelash over here. Like I got it down, and that's because I practice. So ladies, practice. Just get some cheap, like some really cheap, you know, eyelashes. Like don't spend like $20 on eyelashes practicing right now. We don't need to do that. Just get the ones that are like, I think $1.99. That's the cheapest ones out here for me is $1.99. So just get those, you know, get those and practice. Get like several pairs, and while you're practicing, also find what length and what density you like. So for some girls I see with like the sparse, I feel like I'm saying that word wrong, sparse, longer lashes, it looked great. But then I'll see some other women and it's just like, that style isn't working well for you. And you know, like I said, I'm a very visual person coming from my fashion background, my styling background, you know, organizational background. I'm just like, I want to tell her like, please, like, let's change your lash length, or let's, you know, but I digress. I only go to people if they ask for my help. But you know, you got to play with different ones, because what looks good on that woman is not going to, is not going to look good on you, because your eye shape is different. Your facial structure is different. Just so many components. Like, are you really having a beat face to carry off such a heavy duty eyelash versus a very light wispy lash, you know? So I think I talked enough on lashes. But also during this time, clean out your makeup. Clean your makeup brushes, organize them, get rid of all your old makeup, expired stuff, you know, like let's get rid of all that. You know, some things I think you can still kind of like clean with alcohol. Excuse me. Some things I think you can like spray down with alcohol and kind of, you know, refresh it. But, you know, do your research. Like I said, Google's my best friend beside my husband. Because like I can literally Google anything. Even when me and him have disagreements, I'm like, I'm about to Google this. And I literally will go on Google and he's like, wow, you don't believe me? I'm like, I just have to, you know, double check. So just double check, Google, find, you know, how to clean your makeup and your makeup brushes. And then my last tip is to experiment with your makeup. So right now you might, like, let me see. I know some girls don't like wearing like I keep hitting this. I know some girls don't like wearing like a darker lip liner with a lighter color lipstick. You know, some girls love it. And I think I'm like in the middle. One day I love it. One day I'm like, I'm not feeling that on me. But experiment. You know, you might like that brown lip liner with the pink lip gloss. You may want to take your matte lipstick and apply a gloss to it so it could be shiny. You may want to experiment with that color of eyeshadow that's just been sitting there untouched in your eyeshadow palette. Like, now's the time to try to figure out, like, how can I incorporate this color? I should have had her YouTube channel up, because there's one girl that I follow on YouTube. She came out with a really pretty peachy makeup look. Let me see if I can find her real quick. And I absolutely loved it. I love her personality too. She has a really sweet personality. Let me see. I'm almost there. Oh, okay. Pretty Brima. I'm thinking that's how she's pronouncing it. But I think it's just really Pretty Bree MUA, like makeup artist. Because she's a makeup artist. So she had a video which is called More Looks Peachy Spring Vibes. And oh my gosh, I loved it. It was so beautiful. Like, her thumbnail and everything is just giving me life right now. Like, and I'm not a real like berry type of lip girl, but her lips look like a pinkish berry. I'm either like a red lip girl or like more of a nude or a pinky color, like a pink color. So seeing this look on her, it was just absolutely beautiful. So definitely just check out YouTube, like work on your makeup skills, work on practicing with your eyelashes, and clean your stuff out. Like, we have time. We have time. Let's see, what number am I on? I don't even know what number I'm on right now. I think I got like, ooh, I got a lot more. So this is probably gonna have to be a 2-part podcast, y'all, because I'm already over at 10 minutes. Or 10 minutes. I'm already over at an hour and 10 minutes. Sorry about that. And I don't know, I just got like really into just talking to you guys a lot about how to just improve on, you know, working on yourself while you're at home at this moment. So I think I'm gonna probably do one more. Because if I do one more, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would only been 6. I was hoping to get 8 because I think I have either 16 or 17 in total that I would love to talk about. But maybe I can get through. Maybe I can get to 8. So let's see. So the next thing you can do is definitely work on your home environment. And I think I had talked about this in my Instagram post about how you guys can, how you ladies can just definitely work on decluttering your space. Making your space more aesthetically pleasing, because like I said, I'm visual, and if you're a visual person too and your home isn't in order, it's probably driving you crazy. And I know for me personally, I used to get really stressed out when I would wake up in the morning and I would see toys everywhere, clothes everywhere, laundry not done. Like, you know, like it just wasn't aesthetically pleasing. So I definitely work harder now to make sure I keep my place up throughout the day and not just like let my daughter run free with her playing with her toys all throughout the day. So of course, declutter, that's top priority. And after you get, sorry, I'm starting to get like very tongue-tied and dry. Oh, let me get something to drink. Also, I feel like I'm talking kind of fast. Let me know, am I speaking too fast? Because I feel like there's so much I want to get out, but I'm like, if I talk any slower than this podcast is going to be like 4 hours long. But after you guys declutter, definitely start like trying to deep clean. You know, get in those baseboards and clean the walls. I don't know about you guys, but have you looked at your doors? Like, have you really looked at your doors, especially if you have white doors? Now, my wall is gray. For those of you who are watching like on YouTube, you can see I have a gray wall, and all my doors in my home are white. One day the sun came through my curtain so bright, and I don't know what happened. I was like either standing by the door, I was doing something, and I looked at my door and it was filthy. And I'm like, where in the world did this come from? You know, because like I've never noticed how dirty the door was until that sunlight, that bright burst of sunlight came through and was shining directly like on that area. So of course I got like I think I had a Mr. Clean magic eraser or something like that, and I literally had to scrub down the door. And it was just mainly, you know, right there in that area where you open the door, like the door handle. So it was like concentrated right there in that area. But then I started noticing, you know, a little bit higher up and a little bit below, and then also where the bottom of the door is, it was kind of like dirty from, I don't know, like when we leave the house, do we like kick our feet against the door? I'm like, what is going on? So those are like some of the places that I think a lot of times we don't think to clean. Like when my family is sick or anyone's sick, of course I'll go through and like disinfect with the Lysol spray, like the light fixtures, the remote controls, our cell phones, and any like door handles. But I never thought like I need to wash my doors. I need to wash my walls and even the ceiling. In some places where I'm sitting, like for the most part, I don't see anything. But if I'm sitting in a place that I never really sit in my home and I look up, I can see like dust bunnies or something up there. And I'm like, how did you get up there? You know? So this is the perfect time to definitely deep clean your space. And if you are kind of at a loss, like, well, what do I do besides what I normally do? You know, of course we all like vacuum and wipe down our kitchen table and our countertops and, you know, those type of things. But do you go in and like wipe behind the fridge and the side part? Like, do you pull out your stove and like clean on the side part of the stove? Like, those are things that I think most of us just don't think about cleaning on a daily basis. Now, if you do, I commend you. My cousin is one of those cleaners. Like, she has a checklist of things that she goes through every single week, and baseboards are one of